Hey, welcome back to your favorite movie review channel. You know it is Peter Man, episode lovely host of Man Cinema Reviews. What's up, y'all? I'm excited today. Woo! We got a double feature bare knuckle brawling review, and that is of the latest from Monkey Paw Productions, Monkey Man, starring Dev Patel in his directorial debut. We also have the Amazon acquired remake to Roadhouse, starring Jake Gyllenhaal. But before we get to those titles, the head-to-head, who gored the best, we gotta go ahead and take care of some business, and that is to press like, subscribe, and be sure to hit the notification bell as well to notify you of any and all reviews to this channel. A young man ekes out a meager living in an underground fight club where night after night, wearing a gorilla mask, he's beaten bloody by more popular fighters for cash. After years of suppressed rage, he discovers a way to infiltrate the enclave of the city's sinister elite. As his childhood trauma boils over, his mysteriously scarred hands unleash an explosive campaign of retribution to settle the score with the men who took everything from him. This is a great starring vehicle for Dev Patel, who also directs his directorial debut, as I said before, and this was once acquired by Netflix. Very excited to acquire this film. However, they got cold feet. Didn't know how its core audience, the Indian audience, would see a very sadistic, bloody action film, and so they got cold feet. And Jordan Peele saw this as an opportunity to go ahead and produce it, be it among its Monkey Paw Productions, and gladly so, in order to deliver it to the big screen. And kudos to Jordan Peele. That's a power move. It's a power play that Dev Patel so needed. And I just think that this is a very ambitious action film being paralleled to John Wick. Now, it's not as action-packed, high-octane thrill ride as that film, those series of films rather, because this film's a lot more headier, a little bit more complex, a lot more character-driven, very ambitious with its cinematography, the way that the camera is moving, just the direct close-ups on people's faces, the way that the camera zooms in and out. I like how the fight sequences are a little bit more minuscule and very well detailed. And I think that the characters are a lot more emotionally impacted in this film. And that's just a big ups to Dev Patel and just his ambitious directorial debut. And he fares well as an actor. I mean, he made a star-turning role in Slumdog Millionaire in 2016. He came out with Lion, and in 2021, I think that he just did his thing in The Green Knight, and now we have Monkey Man. And in this film, it's a lot more personal, a lot more intimate, instead of a lover that is slain, as well as the dog that's gifted to him in John Wick. This is about a little boy who sees his mother brutally slain by these radicals, these fascists, who he seeks out retribution and revenge. And in order to do so, he has to infiltrate this restaurant that is a front to a sex trafficking ring of beautiful ladies. They are shown to these wealthy elites, and this is where Dev Patel's character gets deep into it. He starts out as a cook in this restaurant, then he becomes a server, and he meets Sita, this love interest that has a nice little chemistry going on between him and her. However, in that aspect, not much is done with the characters. They don't see a nice budding loving romance. It kind of goes to the wayside. It's more about the revenge for his mother. And we see flashbacks of his mother, and this is the endearing sequences where the mother tells him about the folklore of the Monkey Man. He sees images of this epic folklore figure, and he incorporates that with his masked fighter alter ego when he does the bare knuckle fights in the underground fight club. And Charles Copley is an MC at these underground fight clubs, and he's just collecting cash, being beaten by more successful fighters night after night, getting bloody teeth and bloody nose. But he's doing that in order to get to this general that he sees in the nightclub doing drugs. And once he is face to face with him in the men's restroom, things go awry and he is nearly killed, Dev Patel's character. And there's a nice little subplot of how he is nearly killed but is saved by this LGBTQ community. They help him hone his fighting skills. There's a montage of him training in order to seek out and kill the man responsible for his mother's death. And there goes the pacing of the film, where a lot of audiences are split, taking to task of how this film drags from scene to scene, from the second to third act. However, in the third act, it all comes to fruition in a very crowd-pleasing way, where it's just sadistic and bloody, even more so, I think, than John Wick. And I think that the fight sequences really just made me shriek and just kind of just look to the side because of the sadistic twists and turns that happen. And Dev Patel holds it down. I will say that this is a lot more of a thinking man's John Wick, and I gotta give it a lot of credit. It's very ambitious. I do want to see Dev Patel in the director's chair again. I can't wait to see what he does next. Not saying that it's better than John Wick, but I do prefer it. And I will give this film a strong 4-star review. Going on to Amazon Prime's latest, Roadhouse. This is starring Jake Gyllenhaal, about a mixed martial artist who's down and out, and is hired to be this bodyguard to a Florida Keys roadhouse that gets rowdy and violent with its patrons. In walks in the character of Dalton, and he's a pillar to this community, very fast. And Billy Magnuson plays this guy named Ben, who's buying up all the property, and he is successful in doing so, except for the roadhouse. So that is where Jake Gyllenhaal is getting in his way. And I think that the film really is something that could have been similar to Southpaw, the film that starred Jake Gyllenhaal. But that film is a lot more complex and more character driven, where this film, you're just completely shutting off your brain. And it's just a lot of dumb fun with really hollow, very lazy results. And I think Roadhouse could have been something of a fun, action-packed thrill ride, but its cheesy CGI just ruins it for me. Dalton is being assaulted and nearly is killed with a truck coming in at him full force, hitting the embankment and hitting the side of this bridge, tilting over, and that sequence of the truck just looks very cheesy. It looks very cartoony, looks like something out of a cut sequence from a video game. And I will say that the choreography, the fight sequences, the sound mixing is superb. You really feel the punches. However, to what extent? Nothing's really taken away. At best, Conor McGregor's character is an adversarial foe. All he is doing in this film is just strutting and brooding and just grinning like an idiot. Conor McGregor is having fun. However, I wanted a lot more out of his character. I just thought that this film could have been so much more. And Doug Liman fought for this film to be in theaters. It is exactly where it's supposed to be. Streaming on Amazon Prime currently. And if you like dumb fun, you're gonna love this film. To me, I think I had a lot more high expectations. I thought this film could have been something of a great remake, maybe even more superb than its original. However, I think I actually preferred the original, and that was no masterpiece. R.I.P. Patrick Swayze, but he did his thing as Dalton. This film just feels very empty, hollow, shallow, and just dumb. Post Malone gets a cameo in the beginning of the film. Take what you will from this film, but I didn't take away much from this film. And it is definitely disappointing. One of my most anticipated films that I'm just glad that I get to stream it for free, where you currently can too as well. Roadhouse, 2024 Roadhouse will get a meager 1-star review. So you know who wins in this matchup. Thank you very much for tuning in to Manson Reviews. I got a lot more reviews coming at you. Take care. We'll see you on the next one. Peace. I'm out.